I would like to update about one new features I have added in version 19 community, and this is related to vendor selection related part. And the vendor selection, even you can see this highlight over here. You can see that the three rules are visible, which is multi-product optimization rule, price priority rule, and quantity priority rules. And the question arises why this rule is really required on the top of the existing Odoo 19 out of the box system. Even part of enterprise edition, if I include that, over there also this thing is missing, because normally when we go for the any marketplace related stuff where you have a buyer and suppliers order are available, and in terms of like if you have a different buyers and different seller, and each one have their own specific products are there. So so basically there are multiple suppliers who are providing a same product with sets of different quantity and different price, and the price rules are there, different quantity rules are there. All these rules can be possible. Let's say if I go for the Odoo sites, I'm able to do all kind of price rule is possible within the product configuration itself. Like under the product itself, I have an inventory with the purchase rules. And if I go for the purchase rules, these rules will be available for me to apply. How I can apply this? So for that, I have to define the things. I have to configure. So for now, I'm just archiving these three products, because these three products I'm going to create later. So I have created one app which is related to drop shipping. So this is related to drop shipping. This is the drop shipping module, and this module, the purpose of this module is dynamically choose the vendor based on rules. Now what is rules? So rules can be any kind of rules we can define, but I can give you idea about some sorts of this image. If you are able to see this image highlights the few things in terms of rules. So in terms of rule means if any order comes from Amazon marketplace or any marketplace, if we are using, the product have a different combination of supply with different combination of price. On what basis you will choose? So they may possible, normally it's a thumb rule, everyone require a cheapest cost price, but the cheapest cost price is okay, but if possible that the cheapest cost price are there, but whole quantity what we require, it is not available by the same supplier. So then we need to think about quantity also. So the quantity based rule need to be checked, that if even I need to pay for more price, the quantity or whatever the quantity I am looking for, it is available by that supplier, then I will choose that supplier. Then it may possible that the quantity what I required is a combination of quantity with the multiple product sites, and each products is distributed by a separate supplier individually. But I am looking for the supplier where I can take all the required product in one shot. So if I will choose a different supplier, then I will compare the delivery cost, time, everything need to be focus, need to be checked. So the best strategy is I should choose a supplier which will provide me all the product in one shot, and I can purchase. So these all are the rules required to be configured, and for that this modules need to be comes into picture. So I'm just going to install it over here for you, and after installing this particular module, we need to do a configuration. We need to do a related configuration inside the existing drop shipping methods and existing configuration sites. So for that we need to go to inventory because it's related to inventory, and there is a vendor selection rules are there, and you will see by default it activated only a price priority rule. Over there only the price based priority are there, where what it is a very dynamic configuration, anybody can reset this. And but I have a archive data available for the quantity based rule also available, and the mix possible also there. So over here you have a price weight, you have a quantity weight, you have consolidated weight, and even I have explained over here that the weight determine how each factor influence vendor selection. So if the price weight is 80% means the lower price is always considered to be higher score. If the quantity weight is 20%, then it will meeting the minimum quantities, whatever the minimum quantity is provided, because obviously the minimum quantity is defined under the price list of Odoo. It is a part of standard functionality where you have a price and you have a minimum quantity what that supplier is providing as a configuration side as a price list. It will consider that into that. And the consolidation weight means a fewer vendor preferred. If you will prefer only a fewer vendor, even they have a less or some quantity, you are okay. You prefer one vendor, you know this is trustworthy vendor, then you will choose that possibility also. So this is the mix, but let me enable and the other two base. So these two I need to enable it, and you will see that the multi-product optimization rule have a highest priority, which is a 5%. So out of 1 of 10, the lower will be considered into the first one. Okay, 5, 10 and 20. And obviously we need to create our rules, multiple rules based on a single selection instead of multiple selection, because your particular rules, you can define a multiple rules, and each rule have a separate priority, separate consideration. So you can define it, you can configure it, and you can use it directly from sale order line. But for now, for a simplicity side, I just choose this one, which is a multi-product optimization rules, where the priority is lowest one, and obviously it is the lowest priority, so it will consider every time it will take consider into this, where we have a price weight, we have a 40% price. So the price need to be taken care as a first consideration, then the quantity, and then there will be a consolidated weight for that. Okay. Now if I go for the quantity based rule, you will see the quantity will consider to be the higher side of score, and the price will be the lower side of the score. And based on these rules, it is already activated. So now I can see all activated, but the thing is that I need to go to roots, and roots will be the drop shipping, because I need to configure this as a drop shipping, and there is a rules which is a buy from vendor to customer. This is a drop related rules, and over here I will assign a dynamic selection rules, and rules will be evaluated in a priority of dropshipping procurement. And now over here I will choose only a one, not more than one. If I will go with the quantity base, I will archive the other two one if I prefer quantity base only. But for now, for a multi procurement purpose, I'm just use, because it will take a mixed approach of both of them. That's why I just put a middle of both of them and choose this only one, and then I just save. So when you save this, the configuration is done. Now this configuration is applied for the products where I will configure these rules. Okay. I have a reporting for the vendor selection rules. So when the sale order is confirmed, each time the rule will be take care as a contribution part, and when it will consider whatever the vendor it will choose and how much total cost it will take as a rule applied, I can see directly in my log. So the log is there for you. Let's check the product now. So under the product, I have a demo product with me, and let me check the demo product which I have archived. I did not delete it. So let's check if it is already archived. It has a purchase. Yeah, it updated. So I will choose all three to unarchive. for the demo. So the demo purpose, I will choose this one. I can choose all of three, but you will see that over here there is no any specific consideration of 4 days of below one quantity, but over this particular two case, which is created a combination of price, a different price for the same quantity, and you have a quantity base, a different price with the price. So the minimum quantity 100 required if I want to choose a supplier A, if minimum 10 quantity required if I require supplier B to be considered. So let's check this particular consideration for the order. I can choose all three in one place and place the sale order, that is also possible, but let's check for the simplicity how it will generate the sale order for that particular product. So let's create one sale order for, let's say, my company, where it says Perfect Sales Private Limited. This is my company, and over here I will choose my demo for the quantity test. Okay, over here I will choose, let's say 90 quantity. Let's say 90 quantities are there. Obviously, these three products rules, if inventory is already drop shipped, then I don't require to assign the route again, because it will automatically take from the product. But if the product configuration did not update this configuration, I need to assign this rule over here also. It will take care. So when this sale order is configured, now the sale order is ready and to be tested. So when I confirm this, it will automatically consider the rules what we have created. So let's check that for the product B. This is the product what we used, and I have put the quantity of 90. Now you see the 90 quantity is 100 is a minimum quantity. 90, is it consider this 10 or which one it will take? Probably it should take a supplier B for that, because 10 quantities minimum required and 90 is required. So it will allow me for that supplier to be chosen, but it choose demo supplier D multi product hub. Let's check. This one is choose. Why? Because it has a less number of price compared to this. So again, I would say two parameters are considered. First, it will check the quantity, but it check the price also. So which one is the less? This one. So it take this one, and the rules is okay. It's working very well. So now I can check and I can confirm this and proceed to process further. Now I need to show you a log also. So let's open the log in a separate tab. So under the inventory side, there is a reporting and the vendor logs are there. Let me reload this, because after the reinstallation, now the log is visible for me, and it chooses the cost. Total cost price means from purchase order, it takes the 17,555. So over here you have a purchase order, and the purchase order have a price 17,505, and it will also give me the reference of the rule applied is this multi-product optimization rules, and it just give me the details about that simply. And why it take 0.4 seconds, but this log file give you overall idea about that how it rules applied from various sale order, various purchase order. Now let's check. Let's check another quantity based rule. Let's say even instead of 90, now I choose 200. Okay, and now confirm it. So the quantity is now 200, and for 200 quantity, if I go for this, even I will check that which one is better. So obviously it will choose 100 minimum quantity, 180 is price. So 180 is less than 195, so it will choose this one. instead of this, because this one is the lowest price at reference, but the quantity rule is applied. That's why it choose, but now it choose 180. So let's check that this purchase order is updated with the supplier. Yes, it updated with the supplier A, which has a minimum quantity of 100, and even I will reload it, the log, it will give me the update for that also. See, so this way the whole configuration is working, and even you can under the rules, under the inventory rules, and this is working on standard Odoo. We did not touch anything which is related to Odoo rules applicable side or any procurement rules running. Everything smoothly working, because if it won't able to find the roots or rules, it will go to the standard Odoo. So the module is completely dynamic and it won't affect anything. So the rules, if you go for that, you have a buy rule for the dropship. So this we have selected for the multi. If I want to apply a separate dropshipping rule for vendor to customer based on my priority, I can assign multiple, because I have a separate dynamic configuration for me. So basically you can do it anytime. You can prepare the vendor rules multiple. It's completely dynamic. Activate it, change it, whatever things. The fallback is always there, and these all are the global rules. It will apply over there. But the optimization, only one rule is applied, which is the less priority. So make sure that you will set the priority properly based on that. But however, if you assign the rules directly a single, then that rule will be applied for that particular routes. So there is no any question arises for that. So I think this particular module will completely guide about all this dynamic flow very well. And other than that, I have covered the various test cases. So where it's working so well, there is no any issues I face until now. And I think that's it for the demo. If you want anything, any details side from my side for the implementation, I will update my detail and my company and my website detail, contact detail with the video description. You can find it out. Connect me for more specific use cases if you want to cover. And even you will see the configuration is whatever I have explained in video. It is already available in the documentation side also with examples. So everything is available for you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.